You ever notice that giant gap between what we say we want and what we actually do? Well, it turns out there are these powerful, hidden cultural forces driving our decisions every single day. So today, let's unlock the hidden code that shapes our entire world.
I mean, this is the big one, right? This is the central question that cultural anthropologist Clotaire Rapaille wanted to figure out. We tell researchers we want a fuel-efficient car, then we drive off the lot in a giant gas-guzzling SUV. We say we want healthy food, and then we go order a double bacon cheeseburger. So what is going on here?
And this quote from Rapaille just gets right to the heart of it all. His number one rule is simple. You just can't trust what people tell you. Not because they're trying to lie to you, but because the part of our brain that talks, the logical, rational part, it's basically just a press secretary for our real instinctual desires. It's just spinning a nice logical story for a decision that our gut already made. Okay, so that brings us to our first section, why we're constantly lying to ourselves. This is exactly why old-school methods like focus groups just don't work. You get people in a room and their logical brain totally takes over. They give the correct, socially acceptable answer, not the gut-level truth.
Rapaille actually has a name for these logical justifications. He calls them alibis. See, our deep instinctual brain, the one really calling the shots, it acts first. And then our conscious mind just scrambles to cook up a rational-sounding story to explain why we did it. So the key here is that we are constantly just justifying our primal urges with logical excuses.
So, if you can't believe what people say, how in the world do you find out what they really want? Well, this is where Rapaille introduces his big idea, the culture code. It's a way to completely bypass those alibis and get straight to the truth.
So what is it? The culture code is basically the hidden meaning we attach to everything. Cars, food, love, you name it, and it's all based on the culture we grew up in. And these meanings, you don't learn them from a book. No, they are imprinted on us through really powerful emotional experiences, usually when we're very, very young.
To really get this, you gotta understand the two brains we all have. First, there's the cortex. That's the smart, logical part that's processing my words right now. But then, way down deep, there's the reptilian brain. It's the oldest part of us, our first responder to everything. It doesn't use language, it only cares about three things: survival, instinct, and those powerful gut feelings.
And here it is. This is the single most important takeaway from all his research. In a fight between logic and instinct, the reptilian brain always wins. Every single time. Our most basic, hardwired survival instincts will just steamroll our rational thoughts. And if you want to understand behavior, you have to learn to speak its language. And get this doesn't just apply to you and me. You can use it to decode an entire country.
So, what does this look like in the real world? Well, Rapaille used this exact theory to decode entire cultures. And his code for America? It's a teenager.
I mean, just think about it for a second. America is a culture that's defined by rebellion, an obsession with being young, and this constant search for identity. See, unlike countries that violently overthrew their king, America just rejected its parental figure, the King of England, and left home. And because of that, it never fully grew up. This explains why work is so tied to who we are. It's how a teenager proves themselves, and why money is the ultimate scorecard.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Because America never had to go through that trauma of killing the king, it could stay in this state of perpetual adolescence, always dreaming, always exploring, always reinventing itself, but also, prone to a lot of adolescent confusion and contradiction.
All right, now for the really fun part. Let's fire off a few surprising codes that shape our everyday decisions, from the stuff we buy to the way we eat. Okay, let's start with quality. You remember back in the 80s when American companies were obsessed with copying Japan's famous quality standards? Well, for the most part, it was a total disaster. Why? Because the code for quality is completely different here in America.
That's it. For Americans, quality just means it works. Our reptilian brain doesn't care about perfection, it cares about function. It cares about survival. We are a practical culture. We value reliability. The whole Japanese ideal of zero defects just feels abstract. We'd rather have a product that gets the job done so we can get on with our lives and maybe some good customer service to fix it if it breaks.
All right, next up. Let's talk about something quintessentially American. Fast food, drive-thrus, the all-you-can-eat buffet. These things aren't just about convenience. Oh no, they point to a much, much deeper cultural code for food itself.
Yep, the American code for food is fuel. Our reptilian brain sees the body as a machine that needs refueling to keep moving, to survive. It's why we literally announce "I'm full" after a meal. Mission complete. The tank is full. The code prioritizes getting as much as you can as fast as you can, over some slow, deliberate culinary experience.
And for our last one in this section, let's decode health. For Americans, what does it really truly mean to be healthy? It's way more than just not being sick.
The code is movement. At the most primal level, health is the ability to do things, to be active, to work, to play, to escape danger if you have to. Being sick is so frustrating because it restricts our movement, and that taps into a deep, primal survival fear. This explains so much. It's why our cultural motto is literally, just do it. To be healthy is to be in motion.
Seriously, once you start seeing these hidden codes everywhere, you can't unsee them. It's like you get a new pair of glasses for understanding why we, and people from all over the world, behave the way we do.
So why does any of this really matter? Because understanding the code is like having a key. It unlocks everything. It helps companies create hit products, like the Chrysler PT Cruiser, which was designed around the code for a car as part of your identity. It helps us communicate better across cultures, and it even helps us understand our own subconscious motivations.
So that leaves us with one last thought to chew on. If every single part of our lives is shaped by these hidden imprints, what's the code for your family? What's the code for your career, your idea of success? What is the hidden code for your most important beliefs?